Alright, welcome back to the channel. Hope I didn't kill you on that last one there with that Silvertone 8230 final episode of that last radio that's going to come through this shop as far as AM FM. Enough about that. I got a little better project here, a little bit different. Been wanting to work on this for a while. I worked on it a little bit a year or so ago, but it's a let me show you. It's gonna be running my mouth. Whoa! Me and this camera just don't get along. What I've got, let's see here. I'm adjusting my camera mount, figuring out what's up with this. Alright, so what I have here is a Hewlett Packard. Turn it around, you can see it. Worked on this a little bit before. Alright, let's see what it looks like here. Yep, in frame. A Hewlett Packard voltmeter with Nixie tubes. Ain't that cool? Automatic DC digital voltmeter, Hewlett Packard, Palo Alto, California. Let's see, this one is, what is the model number of this crazy thing? I have no idea. You see a model number of this crazy dude? It needs to be cleaned up a lot. Let's see. Been worked on a few times, not including me. I do not know what the model number of this crazy thing is. Oh, here it is. A 405BR. Model number 405BR. Well, as I said, it has 4 Nixie tubes in it. Right here, they all seem to work. Got your input right here, power switch, fuse. Let's see, range switch, calibrate, auto hold step, and your sample rate. Let's see here. In the back, turn it around, let me fix that. All kinds of goodies in here. Electrolytic capacitor there that's bad. I had a bumblebee in here somewhere, blew up on me the last time I had this operational. But this filter cap, this capacitor is bad. I need to change it with something. There's some bumblebees down there. Oh man, it's a mess. I forgot I had all them disconnected. Let's see. I forgot what this was right here. It's just a little coax cable coming out on a little XLR plug. I don't remember what that is. I think that might be external sync. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know much about these. Guess I'll learn, huh? But this is your AC input right here, your power. I'm not sure. This might be rear input. I don't know. We'll figure it out. So, let's see. I'm working on it on my roll around bench here. I finally got back to this. Been using it for storage for a long time. I said, you know what, that's got to stop. Anyway, it's got a bunch of bumblebees. It's got 1, 2, 3 here. There's a silver mica or a molded mica there. I don't remember what the deal was with that one. You can't see it, I don't think, but got to do something with that. So I'm going to see if I can find some replacements for these. That was like an 0.0, let's see, a 0.033 microfarad, 0.015 right here if I read the right, and then a 0.022 right there, and whatever that is. I got a, it was like an 8 microfarad 350 volt axial lead capacitor here. That I guess came out from here. I got to figure that out. It's been a long time since I've had this thing open. They were trying to remember where I think that bumblebee that exploded was over here. Now, of course, I don't remember what the value is, and I don't know what the heck I did with it. So I'm gonna have to find that. That's where I'm at right now. I just got oh, and I got some electrolytics loose here. I tested the electrolytics on this, so I got to put all that back together. I think these were bad. I don't remember. So I'm going to have to look all this stuff back up. So what I'm going to do, temporarily, I'm going to move this back over to the workbench and recheck these capacitors. And then I'll see if I can find them and go from there. Alright, I'm going to use my LC103 up here to test these little bumblebees. So, get the little clip leads on there. It's kind of tight in here. I think these are 400 volts or 200 volts. I don't remember. I'm going to have to learn to. I gotta get my. Hold on. Got to get this important little tool out. Everything you want to know how to read a bumblebee. So, what do we have? We have a lack of light. That's what we have. My eyes are getting old. I can't see, even though I got a lot of fluorescent lights above me there. Still ain't bright enough sometimes. Thinking about changing those lights out to a bigger style. Alright, bear with me, boys and girls. Yeah. There we go. Now my eyes like that. So what we have here is orange, red, white, and it looks like purple or gray. We won't call it gray, so let's see. That look like orange. Turn the dial here. Orange, red. And the capacitance is microfarad, which everybody keeps hollering at me. It's picofarad. I know. Okay, so we got what the tolerance bar was, white. So white is 10%, so it's 3,300 microfarad, and the fourth, there's two more bands. There's 4 bands, which is the capacitance and tolerance. So the 4 bands, and then there is a purple. Can't tell if that's purple or gray. There is no gray. Okay, that one don't count, so keeps telling me 700. Don't believe that. It says here capacitors rated less than 1,000 volts have only 5 color bands. So turn 6 discs to no band position 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this one's no bend. So if that's violet, it says it's a 700 volt capacitor. And since there's no other color that matches that, it's either, I'm going to call it a 700. So let's set this up for 700 volts. Let's see what the capacitance value is. 0.0482 microfarad. Do the leakage test. Leakage says it's alright. 74.7 microamps, 9.3 megs. Let it discharge. The capacitance was off on it just a little bit. Go figure. That's violet band. Violet is the EIA color code for 7. So I guess it would be 700. Let's do this again. I want to measure that capacitance value again. Yeah, it's showing 0.00482 microfarad. So if it's 3300, that would be 0.0033. Okay, I was calling it 0.033. So anyway, that's a cool little dude there. I got it off of, I got this off eBay. Pretty cool little rig there. It just came up on there. Somehow or another I found it and I bought it. Alright, so that capacitor not checking bad. So here is a here's another bumblebee right here. So that's a brown, green, red. So brown, you know that's going to be a 1. And then a green, you know, is going to be a 5. So we're looking at 1500 microfarad. So it's a 0015. Right? Right. 700 volts because it's got a purple band. Alright, let's see what happens here. 0.0015 microfarad. Ready? And this one's measuring 0.0027 microfarad. Leakage 36.2 microamps. Showing about 18 megs. Uh-oh. I think I wiped it out. Did a bad thing, didn't I? Yeah, I think I killed it. I've been waiting on that. Yeah, I think I wiped it out. Oh, I didn't like it anyway. I made a boat anchor out of it. It's a very expensive piece of test equipment. See if it comes back to life. Never disconnect your damn leads to these things until it's done doing what it's doing. God, I do that so much. It's just a damn wonder this thing even works. So, be right back. I do that. Every now and then I'll do that. I'll get to running my mouth, not paying attention to what I'm doing. So let's check this. It's going to be all other caps. It's got a point, I forgot what this thing was. 0022 microfarad. Let's just make sure this thing even works. Yep, 00236 microfarad. Always let this thing discharge, and it's showing 1600 volt capacitor. So let me dial that in. Beyond limit of this thing, so we'll just put in 1000 volts. Yep. Okay. Alright. Good, I didn't blow up my meter. I'd have been very mad. I just don't know why I do these crazy things sometimes. I do that mess. Not paying attention, getting in a hurry. Calm down, man. Alright, here we go. Here's our red, orange. I'm sorry, red. So that would be what, a 0022, which is what we just had. So let's double check it. 700 volt. Alright, so 700 volts. This one's reading 0.00431. And then the leakage on this bad boy, 69 microamps, 9.87 meg. Here's a 470 microfarad in here. 15%. 500 volts. Molded. It looks like a molded mica, but I bet you this is nothing more than a molded paper cap, especially at that value. Let's see what the value says. 639 picofarad. I forgot to calibrate it. Bought this test lead for this from a guy off of eBay that makes these things. I think it's one of the YouTubers. But this is a very low capacitance cable, RG62, I think. Let's recheck this thing. I forgot what the capacitance is. 470 microfarad. See what it measures. Capacitance value. 470. See the difference after I calibrated it? 470 picofarad. So I need to go in here, set this for 500 volts. Let's check its leakage. It actually checks good. Alright, so these bumblebees, even though they're not leaky, but the capacitance is a little weird on them, but I guess I have two ways you can go with this. We can change them out because they're bumblebees. That's usually what I would do. If they don't fail later, they'll soon they'll fail later. So there's three of those I got to change out. Don't hadn't looked on the other side yet, but may as well change that 470 picofarad because it don't look good to me. But anyway, got this 8 microfarad over here, so let's have a look at it. Let's get off of me. Let's get back on to what we're here to look at. So this guy right here needs to be checked next. Yeah, let's see. It's an 8 at 350, so let's have a look at it. We'll do this aluminum electrolytic 8 microfarad. What did I say? 350 volts. 350 volts. Oh, the lead come on. Alright, so let's do capacitive test. It's showing high, 11.79, 11.8 microfarad. .49 milliamps of current, definitely bad. So we're definitely going to need 4 capacitors to begin with. We'll need 3 bumblebees, 1 molded mica or molded paper cap, what it looks like. Just went ahead and cut the leads on it kind of short. Definitely going to need 8 microfarad. Then whatever that was, I forgot what this one was. I don't even know what I did with that old cap. Really, that's all I think this thing really needs. It was working until it exploded, and all that was that bumblebee over here exploding. So let me dig through my stash, see if I have some capacitors that'll fit in here, and we can't get this thing going. I got to put this back together. This filter, I don't remember about that filter cap. I'm just going to put that filter cap back together. Let this thing run. It probably reform. You know, I don't believe in that, but this matter I'll make an exception. So I'll bring you back when we get everything done. All right, got a little bit different view for you guys right there. So I got to get down to this capacitor right here. Would y'all rather be on that side? Let's see if I can get y'all in there. Oh, I kind of like that. Kind of see what's going on. Why am I turning? There we go. Me and this stupid mount, boy, we're gonna have a fight. There we go. Now you can see, I got it right there. Yeah, then. What I'm basically going to do, I'm not going to get all crazy with this. I'm just going to have no idea where the outside foil is. Actually, that's got I'm just going to do the old lead twist thing here. Sure I got the right one here. It says it's supposed to be a 0033. Let me check it. I'd check it, make sure I was reading my values right. Don't trust my judgment sometimes. There's a film cap, I believe. Got it out of my stash of old stuff. Somebody's here a while back says, "Oh man, all them parts bins you got, and you ain't got no capacitors, you gotta order them." Yep. Alright. Not this time, because I got tons of old capacitors that I've used. And ain't nothing wrong with them. Well, some of this stuff is just hard to get to, boy. It's just right there where you can't hardly get to it. Get it in there to hold, just stay right there for a minute. I knew that was going to happen. There we go. Now we're cooking with peanut oil. There. This is not mine, it's a friend of mine. He don't care, he just wants us to work. If he doesn't want to pay for it, he's cheap. So he's going to get what he pays for, okay? So, I wish he'd give it to me. I'd love to have this on my test bench. Alright, this is the 0015 right here, C51. I don't know. I'm going to try it. It's in the outlets on this little PC board here. But it's a brown, green, and red. Oh yeah, it's got a crack in it. Sure does. I don't know if you can see it or not. It's got a hairline crack in it. Yep, that's a bumblebee. Let me find a 0015 or 0015. Why, when they read high like that, I don't trust them. Let's see. Get a game plan here. Try to get the bottom end first. If I get the bottom end, then I can get the top end. So, try not to burn nothing. I can't believe that. I got it in there. If I can get that other one in there. Oh, that went in there all right. Wish me luck, because I want to put a little dab of solder on this one down here. There we go. Think. Okay, that's done. So far we've changed a 0033 and a 0015. So that's two of them. So the next one is this 0022 right here. This little dude right there. See if we can get it out. we go. 0022. Red, red, red. We find one of them. .0027, but who cares, right? See what I'm saying? Horseshoes and hand grenades. Where'd that come from? Right there, C39. These leads out of the way. That old boy, I think his name is Don. He worked on radios, but he liked to wear dresses. I don't remember his name, but that guy's still around. He used to watch him. He used to he used to build his own tubes and stuff like that. Glass blower. I don't remember his name. I hadn't watched him in years. I guess he's still around. There we go. Alright, got that in change. It looked pretty decent. I don't know about this cap here. It's a 000047. It's a Sangamo. However you want. But it's a 470 picofarad. I just don't have a capacitor like that, I don't think. Didn't check bad. Don't look the best in the world. Would like to replace it. I'll come back to that one. Let's move over. Let's move over to this one here. See if I can find something that'll fit in there. I don't know what the function is of it. I don't know what its function is. I know it's a capacitor, and I know what a capacitor does, but still. Find a place with this light. Circles around there, C66. Plus is on the top. It's an 8-4-350. Just gonna clip it on the bottom here. Got it. That dude right there, 8-350. Don't know if I got something like that. Let me look for it. All right. How'd they know I was doing that? Alright, here's this 8 right here. I don't have an 8-350, but I do have two 22s at 250, so I'm just going to put them in series. Yep, I know it's a little high, but I don't really care. It'll work. I got the room. Voltage is good enough and the capacitance is good enough. I don't think this is very critical. It'll work. Might even talk him into letting me have this thing. If I get it. If I can get it, I will definitely rebuild it. I'll definitely rebuild it how I want to do it. What I'm going to try to do is pull them leads out right there. Y'all see? Yeah. Alright, got one piece out of there. Come on. There we go. Got the other piece out of there. I'm going to use something I don't use a lot on this in my shop. Some Ungar. Say I am. Daggone tip never comes off. This guy. Yeah, let me clean this thing. I'll be right back. Sorry for the interruption. Always something. Had to clean the desoldering pump, as you call it, or get under here a little bit. Now, see if I can get in here to it. Get over this light here. Clean this out a little bit. Actually, it does a pretty good job. Clean from clean. These have their places in the shop. Oh yeah, that's clean. I don't know how I'm going to get to that other one. May have to use some solder wick. Let me try it anyway. Let me get this negative lead here out of the way. Get my hand out of the way so it can do its job. There we go. Got it. I'm going to try to put them capacitors in on that side. So if I remember right, the minus is on the bottom. See what it looks like at least. Yeah, I think it'll fit. Let me go ahead and solder that bottom one. I'm about to run out of solder. At least this big stuff. I bet you that light's right in y'all's way, isn't it? Looks like it is. Light's a great thing, but it can also be a pain in the butt. It gets in your way, it's in my way. And then when you get it where you want it, it doesn't stay. It wants to move. It wants to be a jerk. It wants to show its butt. You look at it sideways and it wants to just, hey, look at me, I'm going to move. Kind of like a mean kid. Yeah, let's solder that and get it secure. There we go. Get this thing working. Hopefully I didn't pull some other components out. I still got to figure out what that was right there. It was on the oven. That's where the oven is right there, and I can see that from there to there. I think it'll work without it. I think. I don't remember why I think it was an 047. Alright, that's done. All that's good. These are all changed other than that triple 047. I got to figure out that one. So now I got to do this filter cap. And it's got a few modifications to it. I've got I've got these 3 leads here that's pulled off of it. I've got just 33 ohm resistor pulled off. This one's cut loose from here probably. Then I got a red and white wire that come from somewhere, which I think it's come from there. I don't know for sure, which means I don't know where this one come from. It looked like it come from there, but I'm not sure. So I'm going to consult the schematic on that one there, because I sure as hell ain't got no pictures of it. But once I figure this out, which I won't subject y'all to watching that, I'll make sure about that. I'll make sure, see if I can find a capacitor to replace this molded one over here. Go in here and make sure that I didn't leave anything undone. So I'll be back. Alright, I got all the I think I got all the capacitors except for the one around the oven replaced. So unless I took something else loose that I do not see or remember, I put the power supply filter cap. It says C85 here, but the schematic says it's C58. I don't think the schematic of this are quite the same. I think there are some differences, but anyway, I don't think I need the oven capacitor for this thing to run. So I'm about to set this thing up. About to set this thing up on the dim bulb and the variac and see what happens. So move you around, kind of get an idea of what's going on here. There you go. Alright, now I'm going to put the dim bulb tester in here. I'm going to turn that off. Get my cheater cord. I don't remember what's hot and what's not. Guess it really matters, does it? Put it in low function. Alright, here we go. Power it on. I ain't measuring B plus or nothing. We just gonna do it. Power up. Alright. Dim bulb's on a little bit. We're at, let me see here, about 0.3 amps. Just gonna raise it up. 90 volts, consuming quite a bit, but this thing's got a crap load of tubes in it. We'll have to go down to go up to a little bit higher level. Let's try this again. There we go. About 90 volts right now. I got a pilot light. I got some indication here. Got some indication here. No bolt, no smoke yet. Got some flashy flashy stuff going on here. Here we go. Measure B plus. See what it is. I forgot what it's supposed to be. It got the schematic right here somewhere. old trusty Fluke 77 that I got for free. Alright, so if I remember right, that is the output. Make sure I got that right. The output of the rectifier. I'm at 272.5 volts. I'm at 267 there. 224 there. There is a series regulator. Should be having 400 volts coming out of that rectifier, so I have a feeling my line voltage ain't quite right. I'm at 270. Drawing a little bit of current, but I believe that's going to be, I believe that's all those tubes in there. I am drawing at 1.25 amps. I have 365 volts coming out of the rectifier. 255, 260 there. 348 there. 114 right there. Things don't quite look good, do they? Go have a look at the other side. Filaments are glowing. Thought there was a regulator tube in here. Oh, there it is. And the regulator is glowing nice and purple. Can't help but wonder, there's one lead on here. Wasn't sure about where it went. I'm wondering if I was going to 345 volts. I'm a little over. I'm smelling a resistor. There's a resistor in here or something getting hot. I ain't quite sure what yet. I'm sure you'll let me know here in just a minute. Our power increase has increased to almost 1.5 watts or amp and a half. I'm definitely smelling a resistor. Yep. It's that 33 ohm resistor. This guy. So I must not have something right. There was one lead in there. I wasn't sure where it went. It was marked red and white. Woo! That thing's hot. Something's pulling it down. That resistor right there, and I ain't about to touch it. Very, very hot. There's red and white wire. Did it again, didn't I? Red and white lead right there. That I just don't know if that's the right spot or not. Looks like it is. The only thing red and white is supposed to go there, but I don't know where it goes. It's red and white right here coming from the rectifier stack, coming down here and going over here to this resistor here. That RF, that 33 goes over here to this cap, but I'm wondering, the cap's got crap coming out of it. So I'm going to pull that back loose right there. Unplug the power cord. Let's do it right. I'm going to take all that stuff back out and I'm going to recheck that filter cap. I think that filter cap, I just don't remember, guys. That's been so long since I messed with this. My memory is kind of stupid anyway. Got a memory like a steel trap. I love this table. Makes things so much easier. When I put all these components back on here, I fixed it to where I could just take everything off easy instead of twisting the leads on there and all that mess. I didn't do all that. I fixed it to where I could unhook all this thing because I figured I was going to be back in there. Pull these loose here too because I'm going to check that. I think this capacitor is bad. I really do. Matter of fact, it's got the, around the terminals, it's got the guts coming out of it right there. I just think that thing is bad. It's 20 microfarad if I remember right. Yeah, it's a 4-section 20 microfarad capacitor. So that's definitely a candidate for let's going to move a few things around here. Let's move the patient back over here to where we can get the capacitor analyzer a hold of it. So I'll bring you back when I get set up. Alright. Now what we're looking at here, guys, here's the filter in question. It's called C85 here, C58 on the schematic. I still think the schematic in this is a serial number mismatch. In other words, I think this one's either an older production value or more. But anyway, the schematic don't quite match this. Anyway, I want to check that capacitor right there. And I'm going to do that with this guy. Try not to blow it up. And being it's such a high value capacitor, I'm not going to use the fancy schmancy test leads. I'm going to use these guys right here. It's a 20 microfarad at 450 volts, according to the schematic. Anyway, it's being a 4-section, I believe it is grounded. So I'm going to check this 20 microfarad section right there. So let's do, it says 28 microfarads. Let's do leakage. 20 milliamps, it's showing 16.27, 27 k ohms. It's definitely bad. I'll warm up the old Heath kit right here. So it's discharged. Let's go over to the section where the power supply input was. Let's measure it. Showing 28.8. It's already showing higher than normal, which tells me there's going to be some leakage. Greater than 20 milliamps, less than 22 k ohm resistance. It's still measuring current. It's bad capacitor. That section's extremely bad. Yeah. Definitely a bad section right there. Alright. Let me get my test adapter. Put it on the old Heath kit here. Thank you for your service, sir. Alright. We're going to put it on the Heath kit now. Do it again. Let's measure this section here. That's one section of the 20. Yeah, you don't need to see the capacitor, do you? Let's get you over here when you see it. Something that fell on my roof. There you go. Let me turn the light off. Can you see the green eye? Not really. Yeah, I need to replace that tube or check that resistor. Anyway, now you can see it. So anyway, let's see. I got it set on 0.1 to 50. And how you adjust the green eyes on this and the power factor on here, what I understand is you peak the wide angle there with your dial, and then you adjust this for wideness, and now you get your power factor. And just go back and forth. Once you got the eye as wide as it'll go, you read your value, and this thing is showing, let's see, it's showing, let's see, 10, 11, 10, 20, 30, 40, almost 50 about 40 microfarads. No, that ain't right. Let's go to 20 scale. A little more accurate. So you're looking at about 27, and that's what this guy said, I think. So anyway, now we got that done, let's come over here to leakage. 350 volt scale. As you can see, the eye right there, it's leaky. Let's do the other one. That's not the main one that showed less than 20 kiloohms. You see that? That's what was pulling our B plus down. That capacitor's bad. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. That capacitor is shorted. It will not work in this set. Turn the lights back on. So, don't think I have a 20 at 450. As far as I can go with this thing. I gotta look around, see if I can find scrounge up some more parts to at least change that section, but both sections showed really leaky. That C85 is bad. So that's definitely a candidate for either restuffing or buying, or I might invest in those little I forgot who makes it. I gotta look it up. I've seen a lot of people using it. You know, the little flat PC board that's shaped, you know, it's shaped like the capacitor mounting insulator, and it's got the holes that you can put regular radio lead capacitors in. I don't remember who makes them. I've seen them. That's a possibility. I could put that in here. I mean, I'd just rather keep the looks of it. That means it's a candidate for restuffing. All right, well, let me find some parts. I don't think I have the parts to fix this. I'm about capacitored myself out, but I'll give you an update as soon as I make a decision. We'll go from there. All right, got the parts ordered for this bad boy. I looked up the capacitor for the between pin 2 and 8 of the oven. C67, I believe, and it's just a 0.1 microfarad at 400 volt actual lead capacitor. So made my mouse order just now. So about $25 worth of parts. That'll get me 422 microfarad, 450 volt radio lead capacitors, one 10 microfarad, 350 volt radio lead capacitor. I'm going ahead and replacing those 3 capacitors I put in at the beginning of the video. I'm going ahead and just get the right kind put in there, and I'm replacing that little mica looking capacitor with a just a disc ceramic. And also that 33 ohm resistor in the power supply, R132, which I did not show you guys right here. I can show you a little bit better. That guy comes right off the rectifiers. That dude took a lot of beating a while ago, and it's measuring almost 60 ohms now. So I ordered a ceramic composition resistor at 5 watts. I'm sorry, a wire wound. I forgot metal oxide. That's what I'm trying to think about. I got a 5 watt metal oxide that'll fit in there, 5 watts. So it'll take a little bit more abuse. Get some proper voltage of this thing and get the right capacitors in it, it'll work a lot better. So that's where I'm at on this guy. We'll shut her down right here, and it's 3:30 in the afternoon. I might go ahead and post this, and that way it won't be a super long video. So let me get cracking on the posting. I got another that stupid Silvertone 2-hour sucker I'll be posting this afternoon at 6. So anyway, all right, thank you guys for watching. Hope this is a little bit enjoyable. We'll get this sucker working and give it back to the guy, and maybe he'll buy me a steak dinner. I don't know. Be nice to get this old thing working. Don't work on many Nixie tube equipment. So anyway, see you guys later. You'll have a great evening, and we'll talk to you later. And like and subscribe. Bye.